Now, in his book, he makes a big thing about the stance posture, and also like things like feet position. And again, all this comes back to our anatomy. You know, I was explaining about set the arms together like that when your elbows are pointing down. You get the grip from that position, and your arms also are going to fold up this way. Now, when you set your legs apart and you set your feet up. Now, when we look from the ground up, the feet, they're nice and comfortably apart. We talk about shoulder width, but outside of the shoulders, what we do, if we get too narrow like this, you know, you tend to sway a bit. So it's keeping the feet, give yourself a nice solid base. But now, what he's talking about, the right foot is pointing straight forward. Now, the knee, it's a hinge joint. It can only hinge in one direction, and it will hinge in the direction your foot's pointing. If I turn my foot out this way now, my knee is now hinging away from me. In the golf swing, that's just not going to work. What we want is people to turn, and the right leg, there's been absolutely no swaying movement. So it all really comes from how we set the foot. Now, on the left leg, it's kind of different on the way through. And we want the movement to be happening, you know, rolling onto the outside of your left foot. And by turning the foot out, Ben Hogan talks about a quarter of a 90-degree turn. That's about so. That allows you to get through the ball so much better rather than here. It's you know, you kind of get stuck. It stops that freedom of movement. So, feet comfortably apart, that nice solid base. Right foot, more or less straight forward. Left foot turned out. This gives us the anchorage on the backswing without any collapse. And then this allows the transference of weight, or whatever you want to call it, on the way through. You're actually looking to use our anatomy as we're made. And again, from side on, the correct posture. Now, if I stand up straight, my back comfortably straight, every bit of bend's coming from the hips. So we're just bowing forward and flexing the knees. There's no feeling, there's definitely no slouching going on. Keeping everything the same as it is as we stand, and forward we go. And even your neck, don't sort of look down at the ball this way. If I just bend forward, like so, my neck, head, everything's pretty much in the same position as it is when I stand up. So that's the basic position we want to posture. Knees flexed gently, back nice and straight. Now, we're still on the stance and posture chapter in the book, and this image that he is adamant that this is a real core around which his swing was built, the triangle. And the idea being, we've lifted the arms up together and down, and he talks about setting the triangle where the arms are, he actually uses the word clamped and I think glued, and that tells you it's really firm together, so that, you know, inconsistency comes from trying to, you know, let the arms swing independently. The word connection has become a big thing these days, and the idea is that connection is all about linking the body and the arms, which in turn then links the hands. And it all starts from this setup position. Simplest way of doing it is to stand up like so, elbows together, and just relax your arms onto your chest. Feels very compact up here, don't be scared of that. And then of course we turn the forearms together, so we're into that nice neutral position. But this really is at the basis of it all. I can't stress enough. If you think about it, if I keep my shoulders nicely down and together, if I was to put my fingers on a little table here and just swing back and forward each time, I'm brushing the same depth because I haven't done anything up top here. So shoulders down, elbows together, and really setting that triangle. And a little exercise everybody should really do from time to time is just standing here, palms to the sky, but everything compact here, elbows pointing down, and we turn back and through. And when you actually see him swinging, the elbows were always pointing down. And there's images also, you can see now the elbows pointing to the hips. He talks about the little pocket of your arms, your elbows in here, this little hollow here and here pointing out. Hips pointing to your, elbows pointing to the hips. And whenever you turn, they're always pointing that way. As soon as you let this, that would hook. This is a slice. So elbows pointing to hips, which comes from that basic setup position like so. And however comfortable you've got with your setup and your stance, posture and so on, don't be misled. You know, if it's not right, make it right. I always say this, the pre-swing fundamentals are easy to get right. They just need a wee bit of perseverance before they become second nature. But, you know, they really are so relevant. As I say, if I was to try and, it feels terrible, you know, setting my arms up like this and trying to swing from there, no control. So remember, that situation there, everything together, bending over, and then that nice turn back and through. All the time, the checkpoints, hang on, can't drop my arms, everything stayed nicely down, wherever I am the swing. So really build that in as part of your pre-swing fundamentals.